Welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about creating your ad and about ultra targeting your ad. Right away, I want to tell you about two options. You can get more leads and you can get better leads. Quality leads versus a lot of leads. Now, it doesn't mean that if you have a lot of leads, they're not going to be worth anything to you, but I've noticed that there are basically two options. The first option would be to get better leads, and the way to do that is to tell people up front about your offer. Have something to sell and tell them about it in your ad. You tell them about your product in your ad so that when they click on your ad, they know what to expect. Chances are the conversions are going to be higher from those who have clicked on your ad knowing what they're going to see. The other option would be to create an ad, offer something for free, and then send people to the offer. In that case, you're obviously going to get more leads because people are going to comment that it's for free. But the conversions might be lower because people were expecting something for free and they might not be ready for the program or the software training course, whatever you have for them. They might not be ready to buy just yet. Those are the two options you have when you create Facebook ads. We do both. We've tried both. We haven't really gotten to the point where we could just say, this option is just better and that's it. We should drop the other one. So we've seen mixed results in some niches. Option number one works better in other niches. Option two is better in others. So we keep testing and we keep adopting depending on the niche that we're targeting. Let's say you want to target your Facebook page. Right now, over here on the page where you can create your ad, and this is what we're going to focus on. The first option is to get more likes. We can get more likes to our page, and we can also redirect them to one of our squeeze pages inside of Facebook. First, we need a headline. So we can leave this Meet Brad Baker, or we could do something like Brad Baker's Secret to Riches. Actually, that's too much. Brad's secret to making, no, that's not going to work. To riches, yeah, I think that would work. So Brad's secret to riches or Brad's secret to millions, that would also work. Over here, we would just put a little description. Here's Brad's #1 secret to building a 7-figure online business. This could be our description. Now, we do have 24 more characters left, and we could fill this in. Let's see the way this looks if we fill this in. There's just a little bit more text if we were to fill this all in. If not, we'd just have this, and that's all right. I like to use #1. I like to use some characters that are different because it kind of makes the text stand out. If I could use like a couple of question marks, I'd use that. But as you can see, Facebook does not allow us to use a couple of question marks at a time. We're kind of limited with these things. Also, I'd like using some other special characters because it kind of draws attention. If I could combine a couple of these special characters close to each other so that they draw attention, I would definitely do that. Another way is to use a special character over here at the very beginning. #1 secret to building a 7-figure online business from Internet Maven Brad Baker. That could work as well. This stands out over here. Now, #1 is made up of a special character and a number. There's a higher chance that they would look at your ad. We've got this image, and in the previous video, you saw how you could create your own image. So I'm not going to cover this right now, and I'm going to upload a new image. I'm just going to use the one that I have. Next, we need to choose a landing view. So these are the squeeze pages inside of Facebook. We can select new tab 2, for example, but what you want to do is just give this tab a name. I already talked about this when I showed you how to create these tabs. You saw how to do that. I'm not going to go back and do that right now, but you want to change the name. You don't want to keep this as new tab, okay? Next, we've got sponsored stories, which I'll just leave as is. I don't really touch this. This is fine with me, so I just leave it. I could remove it if I wanted to. And basically, it says help people discover your business through friends, no need to increase your budget. Now, it kind of depends on what you're offering. If you're really targeting just some people, you know exactly who you're targeting, then you might want to remove this because their friends might not be really interested in what you have to offer. It doesn't mean that just because they're Facebook friends, they're interested. If you have something general, so like a general offer, if you're targeting a broader audience, if you don't know exactly if the audience you're targeting is really interested in your offer, then targeting their friends is a great way to reach more people. And there's no need to increase your budget. It would be a good way if you have a broad offer. But if you're going for something really specific, then you should remove this. Next, we've got the location. Let's go with the United States. We could target this by state, by city, by age, by gender. We can also target by interest. In an earlier video, actually in video number 1 of the second module, we talked about precise interests and categories and why it's better to just go with custom audience. When it comes to precise interests, there's really not that much to it. You just select what you want to select. If you want to target HTC mobile users, then you just select that and that's it. If you want to target by interests and health and well-being, you could do that as well. Then you could play with the age. For example, you just want to target people from 25 to 30 years of age. You just want to target women. You can also do this by city. So let's say you just want to target people from New York. It's not a bad way to kind of break down your audience and reach a smaller number of people so that your clicks can be lower. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then please go back and watch video 1 of module 2 where I talked about these clicks, your audience size, how that affects and how much you're going to pay per clicks. Now, I would recommend just going with your custom audiences, which I showed you how to use earlier. We're not going to go with the age. We don't care about the age. We don't care about New York. We don't care about their gender. We don't care about their interests, simply because we're now targeting a custom audience. As you can see, we have a very small group of people for this specific custom audience that we have. Chances are that these people are going to react on your offer because we know they've been active on pages like Paleo Diet. So it's definitely an audience that we can target and take advantage of. We can also add more countries, the United Kingdom, for example, and then we're going to get more people. Canada, just add these countries where there are more people, bigger countries, because then your audience can increase. Now, let's say we select Frank Kern fans. If we do that, the audience should be bigger. This number is significant, and we can definitely target this audience. It's big enough to get some clicks for what we're doing. If you create a number of this audience, for example, Frank Kern fans, Robert Kildani fans, Ryan Dice fans, and all those marketers, you would already get a big audience that you can really target and take advantage of. This is why custom audiences are the key right now to getting super low clicks and super laser targeted and focused traffic. Next, we've got connections. We can select anyone, or we can select only those people connected to our fan page already. Usually, I select anyone. I know some people might be connected to my fan page. They might like my fan page, but because my goal is to get them on my squeeze page and get them to take an action, buy a product, then I would want to target those who are fans of my page. There's no reason why I shouldn't target them. So I just go with anyone over here. So that's it for this video. Now, in one of the videos in this series, we're going to take a look at campaign pricing and schedule. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. For now, this is it. I'll see you in the next video, which is creating your ad part 2. See you there.